Warning: this video contains scenes of self-defense and may also include matters surrounding allegations of tyranny, fraud, malfeasance in public office, unprofessionalism, sarcasm, and reality that the mainstream media will actively deny you, the viewer, by not reporting upon it. There is now international recognition, and nations are now also coming together to continue the fight against the evildoers of Satan's world. This introduction will now start with a short message from Rosie in her Italian native language to everybody watching this.
Voglio condividere questa esperienza, questa testimonianza con gli uomini e le donne della terra italica. Quello che è avvenuto a Londra è una testimonianza di coraggio e di forza del popolo, di come uniti sono riusciti a bloccare questo tentativo di sfratto. In tanti, provenienti da diverse parti dell'Inghilterra, si sono presentati in questo centro di yoga e benessere ad aiutare il proprietario a difendere il proprio locale.
London, 1st day of July 2024. Rapid response and peace officers turn up to the most violent and controversial repossession to date. Right, so if you're wondering what this is to do with a shop business that's closed. Yeah, that's right. Closed for business. Ah, so that's where the cops are. Can I just ask them before I go?
Absolutely not.
What is that badge? I've never seen one like that before.
Why should I? Face. So I deal.
Do you know what else is a face?
In a wide variety of different things.
That one.
And I don't understand why you're still here, because surely that is the most important bit of paperwork for the whole day, and you're sat there sipping on a coffee.
Are you going to give us the time to go get it?
Yeah, please go and get it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't know when the phone call's been made.
Yeah,
It's
obviously,
now
look, we
time.
appreciate your assertion and telling us the order of operations. We
No,
will
that's nothing to do with
most honourably follow through. If you can allow us the time to go and do that, that can be done by part of our team.
No, I'm saying that should have been done.
Well, it's like
Someone should be on the way now.
Well, yeah, because as soon as that phone call had been made, and I knew that was. So when did you make the phone call, miss?
If that solves an argument, then
That's quite. Yeah, I was going to say that's the most
Yeah.
important bit of paperwork we could have.
Okay, great stuff.
What time did you make the phone call, miss?
About 10 minutes ago.
Oh right. Oh, well, fair.
22.
we're trying to link everything together.
Can I just say, thank you very much. Have you ever seen Watch Out, Beadle's about?
once or twice.
What do you think of Mr. Beadle?
Well, I wouldn't like to speak ill of the dead.
You're not dead, you're Mr. Beadle. Look, Sergeant Beadle.
A different Beadle, yeah.
Oh, a different one.
Yeah.
He looks a bit like you. Got a beard as
little
well.
bit, yeah.
Are you going to allow me entry into these premises peacefully?
Are you going to leave peacefully? Are you going to leave peacefully? I'm going to ask a third and final time. Are you going to leave peacefully?
That's not peaceful entry. You don't need an ambulance, do you? All right. Well then, it's a shame it come to that. I thought the police could have helped a bit earlier. But that's just my opinion. I did a dynamic risk assessment, you see, and when the glass was falling on people's heads, it was time to stand down. Are you all right? Okay. Where do rapid response and peace officers come from, you might ask? Well, they come from your national and international communities. Communities rising up against corruption, fraud, tyranny. The list is long, but the time is short. The video will make you question the system of things. For example, the way police appear to ignore loss, harm, injury, deceit. And yes, the list is long, but the time is short. Things will change once people start reclaiming the ground, but only when people unite as one. When you have watched this video, be wise, be prudent, be human, and think about how everybody can change in life from this day forward. Even the people you see before you in this video, no matter their sins, no matter their race, no matter their colour, none of this is relevant with your fellow man and woman. People are uniting strong. All evil will be removed. How can this be done? Feel your heart, search your soul, and from the pain you endure, learn to develop empathy for others. Try to understand not only your pain, for they too are only human, and in many cases, misguided. Oliver, it's been a long day.
It has been.
What time is it now? It's about 7 o'clock in the evening.
That's right.
7 a.m. this morning.
5:30 a.m. wake up call, and then about 6:15, sort of people started to come together, come to the space. We were sort of positioning ourselves in different posts, establishing a mini sort of barricade and fortress, but a basic level to compare to what it is now. And we found out, yeah, about 6:30 that there was bailiffs down the road preparing, suiting and booting for the attempted eviction.
Please.
How many of you are English?
Sorry?
How many of you are English?
This is racist remarks.
No, we're just concerned about the
Racist
language.
remark.
No, it's not.
Yeah, if you're asking me, am I English or
Well,
is he?
your accent doesn't show that you're English.
Yeah, I'm European. Is that fine with you?
You speak English okay,
Your
though?
English is good.
No, it's not my English.
It's about
I'm
communication.
Eastern European.
Pardon?
You can see my accent. I'm Eastern European. Do you have problem with that?
No, I'm just curious that everyone that's
Do you
here-
hate Eastern Europeans
No.
or Indians? Just ask. Okay.
Right, guys, we're not here to make comments. We're here to make sure there's no violence. Simple as. If anybody has any comments to say, smart people is there. Okay? They know what to say, they know what to do. We don't know.
We're not here to talk.
We're here to make sure that it's done peacefully, without any problem.
Yeah.
So why didn't you talk
We don't need to know,
No,
basically.
we agree.
We're nice people, quiet people, you know.
The writ of possession has no sign from a judge. There's no signature from a judge.
There you go.
It's only called fraudulent document.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
No, well,
You guys are about to help.
This is misconduct. This is malfeasance in office.
Can I just come on? Can I come
I don't
on?
want because you're going to come through here.
You
No.
understand? You're taking part in a fraud.
Can I squeeze through?
It's not my problem, mate. I'm going to talk to him.
It is your problem because we're now going to treat criminal.
Seizure with the court is I'm in possession of my goods.
You are, but not if there has been an N244 and we've explained.
You are aware an application doesn't stop action.
I'm aware that with the court, the N244, it's 7 o'clock. You know how you've planned it all. That's fine, but you have to honour and respect the situation.
No notice was being served. You've had the opportunity to go to court. If you put an application in on Friday,
We followed procedure. We put an application in on Wednesday. It's gone in, yeah? We have 3 days, yeah? Postal law, 3 days.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Yeah.
yeah? So you've got the N244, you've got the cargo number. Have you rung to find the cargo numbers there?
Don't need to.
Have you spoken to
Don't
the
need
court?
to. Don't
You
need
have to honour
because
it.
I'm in possession of a writ.
Liberty of subject 1354.
I'm
Due
not
process is
interested.
still in
I'm
play.
not speaking.
It's still in play. Liberty of subject 1354. You cannot go ahead. I'm going to advise you all, liberty of subject 1354. Look it up on your phones, you're breaking the law. Liberty of subject 1354. Check your phones. You could be held accountable now. Liberty of subject 1354. Check your phones. Due process is still in place.
You understand, John?
Don't follow the bailiff unless you've checked liberty of subject 1354.
Where's the badge?
You need to double check that.
Where's the badge?
You need to double check liberty of subject 1354 before you proceed, because it's still in the courts, and that's what document is helping them today. All right, you're a big lad. Liberty of subject 1354. Are you aware of it? If you've got a phone, just double check it now, because before you proceed, liberty of subject 1354 is legislation. If process is still in court, which I believe it is today, I've been informed. If you're going to be hoodwinked, double check yourself, because you might get sucked into this. I'm just advising you. Liberty of subject 1354. I'll leave that with you. By the way, I'm SIA myself. Look after yourself. Right, so basically, Mr. Naylor over there is a very controversial character. He doesn't follow due process. So it's important we get this on documents now, because it's alleged that he's been breaking the law quite a lot. Mr. Naylor, liberty subject 1354. Yeah, just double check. All right, you double check. Mr. Naylor has been advised, liberty subject 1354. Mr. Naylor, who's leading this operation, yeah, he's been advised of liberty of subject 1354. So you need to double check yourselves before you end up breaking the law, potentially.
Police at the moment will be back over shortly, okay?
Okay. I'll be informing the police as well.
My name's Charlie. The gentleman up there is Mr. Naylor. He is the gentleman who needs to speak to. Charlie, I'm not concerned.
You don't need to.
No, we're not giving us in. Okay.
So you
The gentleman, no,
policeman.
no.
Fine.
This moment in
Just
time,
understanding.
I am not here. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You said
The gentleman, I'm here acting on behalf of the fixed charge receiver. Okay. The gentleman over there is from Wilson and Rowe. I'm not involved in the enforcement action. I'm not participating. I'm here. It's
So
the dealer over there. Okay.
You're with the receiver.
Hmm?
You're with the receiver.
I'm acting on behalf of the fixed charge receiver. Okay.
Are
The
you
gentleman over there-
witnessing here today?
Okay. I'm not going to engage in further conversation with you. All inquiries have to go, okay, through that gentleman over there. He is Mr. Nader. He is the High Court Enforcement Agent. Okay.
Come on, you want to come?
Is it not Eric Rowe who is the appointed High Court Enforcement Agent until this case?
Okay.
You
That
want to come?
gentleman there is the gentleman.
I'll take it.
See, there's a bit of discrepancies here.
You have. I'm not going to go into the law with you.
Ignorance of the law is no
Okay.
excuse.
I'm not going to go into the law with you. The gentleman over there.
Yeah.
You need to speak to.
Ignorance is no excuse.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse. No. Do you know the law?
Me.
Do you know what you're doing today?
Gentleman over there is the
Do
gentleman.
you,
needs to
do you
speak
put your
to.
trust in another man? What
The
about
gentleman
yourself?
over there is you need to speak to.
I'd advise you to look at Liberty Subject 1354.
The gentleman over there you need to
He
speak to.
can't protect you if you break the law.
Okay. The gentleman over there you need to speak to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Need to find a charge at the floor.
Liberty Subject 1354, just double check it. You need to. Mr. Naylor, the guy leading this, he knows it's still in due process. And Liberty Subject 1354 explains if the due process is still taking place, then this potentially is illegal and unlawful. You're actually a part and parcel of Mark Naylor now.
Job at the end of the day.
Because you've been commissioned in, you're actually joint enterprise now, everybody. Joint enterprise.
He's unfound to place will get it, get it out.
Yeah. You, whatever will be, as they say. So, can I ask you, what is your purpose today?
Purpose, obviously, get you guys out.
Sorry?
To get you guys out.
Oh,
We're
right.
here to clear the property out today, yeah?
Are you security?
I'm not security, no.
Or you're working on behalf of the receiver?
No. So, Mr. Naylor,
Oh, yeah.
I actually work with him.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Yeah. Phone, give me.
I'm not security, as you can see, I'm not security man.
Yeah. Are you recording right now?
Yes.
It's not flashing, I just wondered.
Yeah, it's on there, recording, last
All
4
right.
minutes, yeah.
So how do I get a copy of that?
So you can email my company.
And what's your company
Wilson Road.
called?
So we leave the letters, Wilson and Rowe. That's what I work for, so I'm an enforcement agent as well. And request all footage of mine and Mr. Naylor, so we both the same thing, right?
We will continue with our simple request under the cease and desist that you follow the N244 underneath the law, which is the tracking number, the postal mechanics, the conveyance of the post shows the tracking number is with the
I'm not
courts.
disputing the fact that you've made an entry before. We're aware that. We're aware that you've made an entry.
So you have to follow it.
As well.
Sorry, second, sir.
We've also submitted that to the police.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Informed on the matter as well.
Like I've said to you, look,
So
I can see.
they won't aid in a better crime.
I can see. Well, the only police are going to be is prevent breach of the peace. We'll be going in, and if anybody stops us, they'll be arrested for breach of the peace.
But you've got.
That's not strictly true.
I've got a I call writ.
Without a signature from a judge.
Doesn't need one. Doesn't need one.
You do need one. It's
Doesn't
like
need. Doesn't
CPR.
need one.
Of course you need
As
one.
long as I've got a wet signature on my bailiff certificate, that's sufficient. If you Google it, you'll see.
Those are two separate
If you
things.
Google it, you'll see.
I've looked into it very much.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
No, I'm not trying to be flippant or anything. I'm trying to have a conversation.
I know. You're explaining to me, and I'm explaining to you.
Sure. Yeah. Ignorance is no excuse of the law.
Well, I'm not ignorant, I can assure you.
But you do know it's still in due process in court.
I'm not disputing that.
So you've just admitted Liberty Subject
there's even
1354.
an
An application has been made.
into the High Courts. You know that.
An application has been made. We are fully aware of that. It's in my notes, okay. But unfortunately, as we stand at this moment in time, an application does not prevent us continuing doing what we're doing today. If it goes before the judge at 10 o'clock and the judge stays execution of the writ,
with the judge.
well, if the- if
So
the
you
judge
need to
stays-
find out
No, I don't.
and wait till
If the
10
ju- no,
o'clock.
no. If the judge stays the execution of the writ, okay, at 10 o'clock, no problem. But as we stand at this moment in time, I've got a writ of possession. The writ is live and enforceable. That's why we're
But
here.
you've been informed that there's due process still taking place.
I've been informed that there's an N244.
So you need to be reasonable now and back off till at least 10
I
o'clock.
don't need to be reasonable
You do.
at all. No, I don't need to be
Just
reasonable
while
at
you're
all.
waiting
Well,
then,
you don't
just
want
look
to
up.
be respectful of the case.
No, not the case of being respectful of the case.
No, of the case.
Okay, of the
Yeah.
case. I've got a valid writ. It's as simple as that.
Let's see the writ.
This is a copy of the writ here.
There's just a stamp from a court. I could do that right now.
Well, you think I'll be standing here doing what we're doing if I...
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to understand it in face value, right?
So as we stand here at this moment in time, the writ is live, the writ is enforceable. Okay?
To me, it looks fraudulent. I have to be honest.
Whether or not you think it looks fraudulent or
No,
not, I wouldn't be standing here.
That's not peaceful entry. The police need to stop in. 2263, you need to do your job. Quickly.
That's been done by you guys. You've made an entry for fraud.
And you also acknowledge that.
Which is fine, which is fair enough.
But do you? We acknowledge it, yeah.
Yes, yeah, of course. I've told you that already. It's in my notes. You've made an application.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not disputing that. But as we stand here at this moment in time, the writ is live and it's enforceable.
There's no judge's signature. Who is the judge in relation to the case? Who is the judge in relation to the case? Can you?
Whoa, whoa. Watch the bike! Watch the bike! Watch the bike!
That's not fair. That's not fair. He's underage. That is not fair. You can see what's going on there. This is your responsibility.
You're responsible for this now. Take control.
This is totally unlawful. This is totally unlawful.
You need to take control now.
You have a duty to uphold the law. This is totally acceptable. Justice will be made.
Leave the lady alone. Step back. You need to protect the people as well. This lady's vulnerable. This is not peaceful entry.
Keep the door open. You guys are pushing your people out.
No, liberty of subject 1354 is in play.
We are stood there holding the door open. No one. We are just stood there with the door open. You guys are pushing your people back.
Let go of the door. Bailiff, let go of the door. Wait. Guys, listen. Bailiff, let go of the door now. Hey, stop. Just calm down. Stop. Listen to your instructions. Hey, the door.
He's pushing and shoving, and I don't know if any punches have been thrown, but he's pushing. We've got about 8 here. No, there's not much stuff on.
Never heard of it. What's going on?
That's what
We are closing the door. Peacefully, we are closing the door.
You need to stand down. There's a breach of the peace happening here. It needs investigating. You need to stand down for now until 10 o'clock. You need to stand down till 10 o'clock.
Shot with I think it's like that.
A few more men
come out and close the door. All right, so balance it out, but we need obviously more to come up. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Do you know what liberty of subject 1354 is?
I'm only dealing with Jake, so I appreciate you want to speak with me, but I'm only dealing with Jake.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse, you know that.
It's not a case of ignorance of the law, but I've been dealing with Jake, so it's only right that I deal with him.
But I'm trying to help you here, not break the law.
I don't need any help, so I can assure you.
I do believe you do. It's not. It's the breach of the peace now. You need to stand down. You've called the police. You need to wait for them to arrive now. You need to stand down just for the police.
We're gonna wait for the police to start. We're not standing down.
Well, that's up to you.
We are.
I'm just advising you. Sometimes it's good to take good advice, you know.
Sorry, say again?
Sometimes it's good to take good advice. I am looking out for your best interest.
I appreciate that.
My name's Mark. Is that your middle name?
No.
Or first name? Mark.
Mark.
Mark. My name's Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Hi, Mark. It's always been about due process of law. That's what I understand. But if there's a breach of the peace here, you really do need to step down just till the police arrive. Because if you believe the police will assist you, they won't assist you. They will only, they'll just observe for a breach of the peace.
We're asking people to leave, and if they don't leave, then we remove them.
But the thing is, you could be creating the breach of the peace.
We're entitled to use reasonable force.
But the thing is, when the videos come out later, it might show something that...
Well, I'm sure our videos will probably show something completely different.
Can I get a copy of that?
You can do, yeah.
How do I get a copy?
I'll leave you with an email address. You can write into my office.
Okay. Is it Wilson Road?
That's right.
In Manchester? It's my neck at Woods, that.
Sorry?
My neck at Woods. No doubt we'll meet again.
Should we have a chat, Jake? I'm not... Jake, come and have a chat with me.
This is the matter. Well, we have arranged settlement. We've sent for redemption papers, and they will be arriving on Wednesday. Everything is very compact. We've got 2 weeks that this has all gone ahead.
So if you, so you're talking about the financing, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
so if you sort the financing out, and our client is happy with that, then we'll...
And that's right, that's in process.
They'll give you the keys,
Wednesday.
they'll give you the keys and you can come back in.
Well, we're going to stand until then. Same thing, at 10 o'clock the court's open. Until then you can't proceed.
You can't proceed.
Hello, peace officer.
Yeah, because you've planned it in such a way.
See you.
Good to see you.
All right, nice one.
Just arrived on scene, have you?
I have indeed, yeah. Traffic was awful.
What do you think's happened today, in your opinion? You haven't arrived yet, but what do you think's happened?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm going to find out.
I'm going to leave you to it.
Okay, mate.
So we've nicely done that as well at the last minute because we only had 2 weeks to put together our case. So we've done that. We've followed court proceedings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're in honour. I'm in honour of the court.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hold a position in the court as well. So I'm not just dependent on a federal postal judge. I'm also auxiliary postal general. And these are positions that I hold with an international organisation called the Universal Postal Union as a federal communication agency. That's my position. That is a unilateral position.
So where does this lead?
It leads to the fact that I'm following the law. Are you following the law?
I'm indeed.
So then you have to wait until 10 o'clock
No, I don't, sir.
to check whether
No, I
the
don't.
judge has got the N244.
Oh, he's not the head.
And we are standing until that point.
Sir,
We've said it in the
sir,
cease and desist.
sir, I've
All
not
we've
said
said
to-
in the cease and desist is
Jake,
we want that to
Jake,
happen.
At any point have I said to you that you have not filed an N244?
But
I'm aware of that.
Where in Norway to sleep? Even when finding an interview, you don't have to wait for it.
It's largely enforceable.
But this writ is largely enforceable. It doesn't have a single.
Oh, well, let's not go down. We're not going down that route.
To understand
We're not going
that.
down
you're
that
following eviction procedure. Yeah, so you're saying the eviction will go ahead. Yeah, but we can also stand and make sure that you honour the process before the repossession happens.
And the writ commands me to take possession of the premises.
It's out of date.
But one
But
It's
we've
out of
put,
date.
we've
It's
put an
literally on date.
We can all stand
N244.
here going backwards and forwards, okay? But the fact of the matter is, as we stand here at this moment in time, I wouldn't be phoning the police if I would appreciate that. I wouldn't be phoning the police if my writ wasn't valid because it didn't have a wet signature.
Yeah.
That I wasn't following due process, okay?
We've made it.
I wouldn't be standing here phoning the police.
We've also made it very clear we followed due process. Wait, you don't want to talk to me? Just going to look away. I'm just observing the matter at hand. I understand. We've also followed due process. You must understand that there's been a series of communications.
You don't know until you try. That's what the law is. He doesn't care. No, he's sending you in, and you to do it. It's not you to do it.
He's sending me.
Listen,
Because I'm professional. We're still here. We haven't.
you blocked
Really class. We are speaking.
Yes.
No, we are respecting each other.
You blocked out.
I'm passing a message to you. I'm taking a message from you.
But listen, what I'm trying to say
We are
to you.
communicating.
Listen to me. Listen, this is what I'm trying to say to you. Listen to me. Look, there is professional, yes. There's professional. Okay, I understand that. But when you know something is wrong, it's wrong.
Sir,
You know what I mean?
sir, please.
You know what I
Speak to
mean?
him.
He doesn't
He's
care.
the main charge.
He
He's
gets
the
paid
main
more than
one,
you.
okay? Speak to him.
You know what I mean?
Listen. My main concern is to make sure that we're doing it safely.
Peacefully.
there's no issue,
Peacefully. No
and
pushing and
peacefully.
fighting. These are dads here.
Okay.
They
No
got
need to
children like
fucking
you.
aggravated.
But these,
Okay.
some of these ones don't care. You guys don't want to care. You
Listen,
get paid
we all
£100
got
and they
family.
go back. Exactly.
We all got family.
What, exactly. So one day what happened to your
You
family?
think
Who you
we're
gonna-
robots? You think we're...
No, you don't know.
No?
But who you gonna
Come on,
call?
man.
Who you gonna call when you need somebody? Him. He might come for your
Yeah, but
property
he
one day.
has all the knowledge. He has all the information.
It's information is data.
Okay, can I want to ask you guys something, right? Okay. Well, let's just put anger away for a bit.
We're not angry. We're not angry.
Okay, right. Let's just put stress away, right? Let me ask you. Who talks on your behalf? Who is here the best qualified person to talk on your behalf? Who? Who's Jake?
Look,
Colonel Jake, full colon, single, auxiliary
Right.
postmaster general.
Okay.
What do you want?
yeah, so
Okay.
right.
So
Yeah.
you're qualified to speak on this group behalf, right?
There's a lot of us qualified,
Right, okay.
much more higher
So
than me in communication.
Fine. So what I'm
We
saying
want
to
you
you,
to close the door.
so
When
by
the police come,
implication,
we'll deal with that when the police
Sir.
come here. That's why we are trying to
Right.
close the door.
so by
If you're
implication,
getting in the way of us closing the door,
Okay.
that's you affecting us because you also have to follow court proceedings as here as a group.
Okay.
Yeah? So if you step aside, we'll close the door and then we'll deal with that after. Do
right?
you understand?
I've listened
Do
to
you
you.
understand?
I've listened to you. You just
Do you understand?
you're not allowing me to say what I have to say. Okay?
But do you understand what I just said?
By implication-
You didn't.
Okay.
You wanted to talk to me. I'm trying to
How
tell
are we
you.
talking? You're just expressing your feeling.
It's not
your
feeling.
feelings.
Telling you the facts. Yeah?
Okay,
This is
right.
factual conveyance of
So-
the law.
So right.
You are standing there as a force. We are peacefully pushing the door closed,
Right.
as we're entitled to as the people.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any entitlement over the
Right.
people?
Have you finished?
Because we stand as living.
Okay. Have you finished?
You are talking on a corporate level,
But
trying
you're
to
not
push
allowing me
something.
to speak, sir.
Well, you
What's the
you
point of
asked
a
me to step
conversation?
forward.
No. If you pay attention, I said this group here, this intelligent group, they have somebody to speak on their behalf, which they nominated you, correct?
There's many.
All right.
We have
So
a level
who-
playing
right.
field. Yeah.
So
If you
who
think that
has
I'm in charge?
who
You
has
can.
more information out of all of you? Who knows ins and outs?
It's basic. We
Right,
have
right.
law.
I can try to explain to you.
You know what I mean? You're asking for information. There's not information. We're talking about law.
Okay,
What
right.
you're doing is against the law.
So what I'm saying
So
is
it's
this.
basic.
Okay.
Brother, you know what I mean. You know
Yes,
what we're
yes,
saying. But you're following the guy there.
Okay.
You're the one who's going to get
Right.
sued, and he may be
have
later.
five-
Because
let's-
he's
let's
gonna-
run it.
Do you want to get sued?
Our point is,
So you know what I mean?
you
Okay.
are still
We're just being
honouring the
fair.
law if you let us close the
Do you know
door.
what I
Right.
mean?
Okay.
And if you don't let us close the door, we're just going to actually continue. All
Right.
we're doing is closing the door. Yeah, so we will
When
continue.
police comes, we
Close
can have
the
that
door.
discussion.
What I was saying-
Each other.
Okay.
Some people are already being a bit squashed, but that's fine.
Listen,
Yeah.
I may not have it to talk over people. So if you want to carry on talking, I will listen.
So,
but please
Colin,
allow
so
me.
This
to-
gentleman
allow
here
me
is
to
in
say
charge.
what I have
You're,
to say.
You're voicing for him now.
Okay.
He's in charge.
What doesn't he come
He
here?
is in charge. Okay, have you finished?
So you're above anyone else? Is there a
Right,
rank?
right. It
So I
works
have
like-
a rank
So
5,
the
which
rank-
is a
okay.
colonel captain.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you have a rank,
Okay.
we're talking about ranks.
Right, okay.
I outrank you.
Okay, look. You have additional information that this group may not have, right? Do you
And we
know
have
more
a
than they
court
do?
proceeding in
Right.
place.
Okay. So
We're following the court.
So you know
we've
more.
honoured. We've gone to the police
fine.
and we've said that we will peacefully stand.
Okay.
And we are following the court proceedings.
Yeah.
With a cease and desist that was gone
Okay.
to receivers.
Yes.
To the to the solicitors, yeah, and that has been given.
Okay.
We have acknowledgement that documents have gone forward.
He's lying.
We want to close our door until the judge at 10 o'clock can see the N244. We have sent the N244, which is a legal procedure, for it to cease. Chris, what's the name again?
We're speaking. Set aside. Let's just keep speaking, okay? Right.
Let's keep speaking. Let's close the door.
We're
We just want to close the door.
Okay. Right.
So our documents
you're
set aside all
Okay.
your proceedings through the N244. In the meantime, you can push at that because we're at 8 o'clock on a Monday morning. Yeah, when the courts are not open.
It's not violence, okay? Right, guys? Stand back next to the person who's in charge speaking, not me. No, listen. Please.
We're sending you here just to make sure there's no more.
Okay.
You're speaking to him, not to me. Goes back to him.
Come and talk to you, but we don't like. We don't want violence.
I don't like
here.
you with his bare feet.
No,
Go
it's
back
not
to
that.
him.
We don't want
That's not the
violence.
person in charge.
Okay?
No weapons.
There's no violence. It's not
Go back to the
big
person in
run.
charge.
Okay.
I'm standing here.
Okay.
Here.
Can you stay here? Protect your colleagues, please. Okay.
That's what they're doing. Protecting our building.
Josh here.
Hey, Jake, follow that guy. I think the other one's got a little bit more power as well. The one is sending them around here.
Sorry.
Right, what you can see down there's a security guard who's actually holding the door. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I think this person may have caused all the problems.
Close the door now. She says the door.
But I could be wrong.
Police officer said the door can close.
Is that clear?
The police officer said the door can close.
Push out.
Guys, no, wait, Jake.
Right, guys, back on.
This is not peaceful! Stop! Peaceful! Stop! Stand down! Stop! People are going to get hurt!
Guys, hey, stop it!
This is not peaceful and you're watching it. You're letting this happen. You are letting this happen, Mr. Naylor. And your colleague. These people are on public property potentially. Be careful.
The door is not closed.
That's not peaceful anymore. You need to sort it out.
Hey!
You're in public now. Behave yourself.
Can you do that? Are you allowed to do that? Sorry. Now, you guys want to put are you allowed to do that? That's right. Step back. You cannot put
Calm down.
You're still allowing it to go ahead. This is not peaceful.
Calm down. Listen. Calm down.
We're not closing the door.
We need to be peaceful. Both parties.
Stop pushing it. Both ways.
You need to wait for the police.
Then you need to tell your guys to stop.
It's not my guys. You need to wait for the police. You're in the wrong here, Mark. Andrew, Mr. Naylor. Right, they've got the door shut. Now withdraw for the police. Withdraw. Withdraw.
Come on, man. What is wrong? Wait till
You need to withdraw now. Wait for the police.
By law, man. Come on, man. Talk to me. Come on. Come on, please. Come on, look at me. Come on, look at me. Come on, man. I know. Come on, man. It's a families here. You know what you're doing is wrong. We're still going to be going in. There, waiting for them to be going to corner. Yep. It's not about money, is it?
Right, the police are here now. The police are here now.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Liberty of subject 1354. Just double check. It's still in process. You've been advised now.
Officer,
That's right. You speak to this gent.
I've no idea.
Liberty of subject 1354.
Okay.
It's your legislation you need to follow. Just double check it before you act.
Don't listen, no. I listen, but the law is a law. The law is a law. Stay on that door. Stay on that door.
We're here today with a High Court writ. Right. Basically, we're today, as Rick commands us to enter the land schedule, which is this address, take control of the land, take possession of the land and give possession to the claimants, to these people.
Yeah.
Obviously, as you can see, we've been prevented from doing so. So we are going to use these reinforced now. To actually leave the writ. Obviously, the reason we've got you guys here is because we have reason to believe, as you can see, we've reason to believe that once that happens, there's going to be a breach of the peace.
Okay.
Mr. Neely, you do recognise it's still in court, don't you?
Right. So what's happened is that the defendants have made an application to the court, what we're calling N244, which is an application to court to stay with the set aside execution of the writ.
What's that, like an appeal?
So yeah, basically. So we've acknowledged this. I'm aware of this. Okay, I've not denied it at any point that there's not an N244 being filed.
Thank you.
Okay. Obviously, as we stand at this moment in time, the writ is live and the writ is enforceable.
Yeah.
Hence the reason that we're in now. The writ, obviously, when that case goes before the judge, whenever that happens to be, I'm not privy to that information, but when that happens to be, if the judge stays execution, sets aside judgment, then.
Well, you'd imagine they would have suspended this.
I can't comment.
Would that be what they would do? Like if they receive an appeal, would they?
It depends how long. It depends how long it takes to get before the judge.
Oh, okay.
However, obviously, you know, we're not above the law. If the judge states that the writ is to be set aside or stayed.
Oh yeah, well then yeah.
Then obviously we'll take those instructions. But until that happens.
Yeah, live warrant. Yeah.
Until 10 o'clock though, that doesn't take place, does it?
Well,
I think it's out to date.
Normally the court's open at 10 o'clock, but obviously it depends upon when the judge has time to.
And also, legislation, liberty of subject 1354 does come in play here. So if it's still in due process, if you just have a look at the short section.
It's live and enforceable.
Yeah, but liberty, it's just admitted that it's going to court still. So that means basically liberty of subject 1354. If you just quickly look at that before you act, you're then acting within or without of the law. But it's just a short sentence. You need to check it yourself before you act. Can I just take your number for reference?
Yeah.
What's that? AS2547. And what's your name, please? Where are you from?
From Peckham.
Peckham. So Metropolitan Police there. He's been advised of liberty subject 1354. If it acts now without looking at it, he's been advised of it. Due diligence is important. Hello there. Now then, obviously you've lost the door. I saw you squashed up against the door. Did you actually cause that problem? I mean, you started to shut the door, didn't you?
I was inside or outside? On the padlock.
I believe at this stage you was one trying.
Inside or outside?
You was trying to stop the door being shut, and I saw you stopping the door.
If you don't have nothing to hide, why you close the door?
It's nothing about it. I'm a journalist. I'm reporting today. So how do you feel? Are you okay?
Okay.
Are you okay?
Talk with my supervisor.
Well, you were squashed up against the door. I'm seeing if you're okay.
Ask the supervisor.
I'm doing a welfare check on you.
I've been outside. I never been inside.
You look like you're sweating. That's all.
Yeah, because it's the weather, and I take my equipment.
It's all right. We'll take care then. Obviously, that's a tricky situation, isn't it? You just arrived. What did you observe when you arrived? You don't mind telling me.
They were holding the door open.
Who's they?
All these enforcement agents holding the door open. I'm out of breath, sorry.
No, I saw what you had to do. Would you say you justified what you were doing?
Oh, absolutely, of course, yeah. They're not entitled to use physical force against a person, only property. That's all they're entitled to do. Anything else is assault. Anything else is assault. So, yeah, they were committing assault here today, clearly.
I just want to ask you, obviously you're Peace Officer Davey.
Yeah.
Just very briefly, tell me what you're about.
So we help people when it comes to enforcement agents using improper paperwork, illegal paperwork that's not signed, stamped by a court, and doesn't therefore hold any authority in law. So we're there to make sure that they do as they're supposed to do, and serve any documentation properly and legally. So yeah, that's why we're here.
Okay. Any message to the people watching this?
Yes, keep standing up, keep fighting. Yeah, because people power wins in the end. People power always wins.
Eight residential flats. Yeah. You've got a cafe and a kind of yoga community space. Okay. The RIT covers the whole entire building. Yeah. The timber lots during areas of the building.
I've got one.
There's a lot of the keys handed back to any residents. Okay, yeah. So if there's anyone that has
is the whole place being occupied?
yeah, apart from the 3 flats that we understand the big one.
Oh, okay, and potentially secure.
Yeah.
But regardless, if it's the whole...
The RIT covers the entire
Yeah, it covers the whole building.
We will be basically changing...
They mentioned something about N224, something about courts. I don't know the process enough to...
Yeah,
So is there something that they can stand on to say they've submitted it?
Yeah, unfortunately, the application doesn't stop action.
It doesn't stop.
We're in possession of a live writ, so...
I see. So even if they've submitted that form, it doesn't stop action. I'm taking your word on this.
Constable Ali, I can advise you, liberty of subject 1354, please just check it before you act. If it's in due process in court, it's still in process, and it states in liberty subject 1354 that it should cease and desist now.
We've been through this. It's live and enforceable.
Oh, okay. Well, that is out of date.
And as I've said,
it's out of date from what I understand.
And as I've said to you,
I've not been told it's out of date. They told me it's in date.
But the thing is, you just said you're going to take his word for it.
No, he's not going to take
You need to take my word for it as an independent reporter. Liberty subject 1354. Please just check it before you act.
I can check it.
Please do. Please do.
Okay.
I'm looking out for your best interest.
Is this a case law?
Just read it and you'll understand what's going on.
Has anyone got a paperwork?
Liberty of subject 1354.
we are aware that there's an...
It's important I get this on record. That you doing your due diligence.
Liberty
of subject 1354.
Is this for eviction or is this just...
this is to do with due process. When due process has existed, so it's failed and gone to an end, then that's the end of matter, and then writs and warrants can be executed. However, if new information comes to light at the court, then it's back in process again, due process, because it's an appeal.
It doesn't eliminate that if this is a...
Well, that's out of date document, apparently, allegedly.
I don't think so.
Because, well, you follow your head, but just read the subject matter.
I've read the gist of it, because it's given a summary, but it doesn't say anything about something that's currently enforced.
Look at the end paragraph. Due process.
It's not that long, and the end paragraph says that no man of what is stated condition shall be out of land attendant, nor taken in prison, nor disinherited, nor put to death without being brought to answer by due process law.
Due process law. I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you very much.
This means due process is already
You do what you need to do now.
Okay, so
you're now accountable. Thank you. Thank you. You do what you need to do. Inform your colleagues. That's all I can say.
I'll let them know, yeah.
The colleagues about liberty subject 1354 due process. He's just read out on camera. He can't deny it now. So if there's due process in court taking place, theoretically that writ might be out of date for now until it's updated. That's my understanding.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm just trying to help people here. Why don't you ring the court? Why don't you ring the court as an officer? I'll still speak to you straight
away. You don't
away.
need to, because all they're going to say at the court, all they'll say in the court is that the document is with the judge or the court.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Even to the bailiffs, the same thing will be said.
Yeah, my understanding is all we need to find out is whether or not it...
With obviously the due process is, it does, but the solicitors can say different, the bailiffs can say different. It's going to be a very hard situation, because it's all it is a simple language that the N244 is sitting with the judge. He holds authority.
Due process. Yeah.
That's supreme law. Yeah?
Liberty of subject 1354. All right. Good. Yeah, you good? You've grown a bit since I last saw you. Oh, that's a different person. He's over there. Have you got a brother? Have you got a brother here?
Just one question for you.
Yes.
Reform UK, BNP, which party is that guy?
What's that, sorry?
That racist guy, which party?
Who's racist?
Him. He was asking me, is there any English here?
Are you saying someone's racist?
Yes, this guy.
Don't you show me?
Yeah, this guy.
You show me. What you saying?
I'll ask you. Are you in Reform UK, BNP, British National Party? You are UKIP, is it?
No.
You were asking me, is there any English here?
Yes, I was.
But this is very racist.
No, it is not.
No, it's very racist.
Because I'm English. But
You are English?
I mean, but when we're having a
Then you hate anyone who is not English.
I'm just curious.
Yes.
That I couldn't see anyone
Okay.
that,
Which party?
that was indigenous.
No, which party?
I don't do parties.
Really?
No.
But what is your political stance?
I don't do politics.
No, what is your political stance?
I don't do politics.
Okay.
No worries. So you've asked the question now. Are you happy with the answer?
No, I'm not happy.
Are you not happy?
No, I'm not happy.
What will make you happy?
If you turn off that camera out from my face, if you turn the camera from my face.
Don't put it on my face.
No, I'm not talking to racists. I'm not talking to racist people.
I haven't seen any racism.
You can see it, he's touching me.
I've just been shaking out all of your men's hands.
Yes.
Now.
No.
I'm just saying.
No, I don't shake hands with racist people. No, thank you.
Excuse me.
No, thank you.
What do you mean by he's touching you? You said he was touching you. What do you mean?
You really offended me.
What do you mean by that?
There you go.
I mean, I'm reporting today, by the way. I'm a journalist. So anything you want to say, feel free to express anything you want to say.
I'm recording you as well.
That's okay.
That's fine.
And now, where do I get a copy of that? Come on, I need a copy now. Who's your data subject handler?
I will put on YouTube. I will put on YouTube.
I'll show you your badge in a second. You want to see my badge?
Yeah.
That means I've got to turn my camera off. Have you two been colluding with each other? Hang on. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here we are.
Mate, this is harassing.
No, it's not harassing.
Get off.
No.
Get off.
No. No. There you go. People, he wanted to see my badge.
SAE.
Yeah. That's what you wanted.
You're a journalist.
Where is your job?
Oh, do you want to see my journalist?
Yeah.
It's actually. Oh, I'll get that out as well. For the record, on the card. There you go. Independent journalism.
Good.
Are you happy with that?
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I have it?
Yeah, of course you can. I offered it you. What I need you to do is put your badge on display, because that's part of the regulations.
It is on display.
No, it wasn't. It was in your pocket. There, now it's on display. You do know it's a criminal offence not to have it on display, don't you?
Yeah, but now I'm not a charcoal.
So are you operating covertly?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Well, thank you for the interaction. Sorry?
I know it's public and you're allowed to do anything else like that, but we're talking about something different which has nothing to do with this, okay? Okay?
Okay.
I know it's public and you're entitled to do so. I'm not stopping you, but I want to talk to him.
This man wanted to talk about some personal issues with his boss, Mr. Naylor.
Listen, I'm telling you.
What?
That I have a personal matter to discuss.
Don't take it to work with you.
Okay?
Don't take it to work with you.
Okay?
No, my advice is don't take it to work with you.
I told you and I've asked you nicely.
Yeah, well, you're not going to ask me any other way.
Sir,
I'm not harassing you. I'm just advising you.
me.
I'm advising you don't
You're
take.
harassing. That's harassing.
What's harassing?
You, what you're doing now, you're harassing.
I'm going to educate you.
No.
I'm going to educate
That's
you.
harassment.
If you believe that, you carry on believing that. But we're in a public space. I'm trying to engage with people. Liberty of subject, 1354. And you're walking right towards me, and that's intimidating.
You're harassing me. Look at my eyes. I'm looking towards my
Yeah,
colleague.
but your breath is breathing on the lens.
Okay.
I'm going to step back now. Do not come forward, because that's intimidation.
Okay, listen.
Segment your legs. Okay.
Human chain, people take massive, get people out.
I'll walk this way then. Apparently you feel intimidated by me. I don't know why.
You say I'm intimidated. I say you're harassing me.
No, I'm not harassing you. I'm just reporting on the day. I think it's important to get your point across. I want to hear your point of the story, because I believe in free speech as well. So anything you want to say about today, here's your chance.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. You're a good man. What is your name?
My name's Mark. What's yours?
Mark.
Mark.
And your surname?
Yeah, what's yours?
What's your surname?
What's your first name?
What's your surname?
Well, you just want to know my first name. I'll give you my first name. We'll exchange names as it goes. I will tell you my last name once you give me your first name.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank the man who appeared to be the head of security in this matter for reasonably de-escalating this interaction that is now taking place. But for what happens in the video, everybody is accountable for their own actions. It's important to comprehend what happened here off camera after this incident between myself and this security operative. We eventually came eye to eye on most matters, and I would like to think that himself and all the corporate aggressors in this video will now take time to reflect, including Mr. Naylor, as we now shine more light on these matters. As I have seen many times before in recent weeks, this man could very easily become a sovereign warrior, like others before him. But I feel the need to interject here rather than allow this section of the audio to be aired. There was a genuine misunderstanding taking place here, one that does not need highlighting, surrounding racist comments in a video he had just seen on my channel, titled Labour Councillor with Bad Attitude and Ignorance in Wakefield. In line with searching your soul and having the ability to forgive, it's equally important to note that racism matters should never be used out of context. It would be fair to say the context was not available for this man at this point in time, and therefore I respectfully removed the audio interaction due to the fact as mentioned earlier. We are all human, and I recognise that a mistake had been made by the second security operative.
I'm just recording from behind.
Oh, okay. We're just talking nicely.
Yeah, it's good to see the people are engaging. Yeah. I did see you getting pushed about a bit there.
I was, yes.
And this gentleman here was squashed up against the door, wasn't you?
Yes. He pushed me, actually.
He did.
And now, very kindly, he apologized for that.
Oh, well done. Fair play to you.
We've been inside or outside? We've been inside or outside? Me. I was inside or in the public?
No, you were there.
Yeah, on the public, yeah?
Now, you two together got two different accents.
We do.
I'm going to guess at yours, Italian.
Oh, you, yeah.
And just speak for me. Say happy birthday.
Yeah, you're going to be easy to recognize my accent because I'm come from...
You look Ukraine.
Romania.
I was going to say Russia next.
Yeah, he's a...
So, two people from different countries. This is how you get along. You have to learn and understand each other. Speak. Share the love.
Yes.
We're calling our response, so basically there's different departments with different sergeants. We're a response team, so you call 999.
The likelihood is the person that you spoke to get this reference is going to be a neighbourhood team. And they don't always work every single day. So whereas
there's not always a sergeant on duty?
There is always a sergeant on duty, but it's not always the same neighbourhoods team, if that makes sense. So we would always have...
I know what you're talking about, because I see the maps of when I went into...
Yeah, so there's different neighbourhoods teams.
The neighbourhould that relates to this area, just so you know, is Rother.
Yep.
You know, right?
Yeah.
So there's no sergeant on duty?
I don't know. Check. However, there are sergeants on...
I have to take care of
Hello there.
Hello again.
I've got nothing against anybody here.
I know you don't.
Only due process.
I get the position, genuinely, but...
I am a journalist. I report on today.
Oh, fair enough. Can I ask from where?
The social network.
Oh, look it up.
Independent, you see. I work for myself in that sense.
Fair enough. Respectable.
Can I just take your number for reference?
My number? Oh, yeah, 2479 Alpha.
You see, you actually engaged with myself, which not many police officers do, and I want to thank you for that.
Oh.
You've read out the liberty of subject 1354. And actually, I don't know what you make of it, but it's wrong to have police officers on the street who are ignorant of the law. Especially, I know you can't know it all, but if it's brought to your attention, you read it, now you've got no excuse. You need
I
to check with
understand
the
the
court.
position you're saying, but I do think the law you pointed out, it's...
1354.
I get it.
It's on the statute books.
I know what you're saying, but you also it doesn't really show the positions it implies or how it implies here.
But that warrant's out today, that rate to whatever it is, because
I know what you're
technically it's been
saying.
updated since.
So when you
due
say
process has started again.
Yes, but due process, especially in this circumstance, there is a due process, but they're saying...
I agree with you. There is a due process. But the due process is reactive.
Both sides are arguing what is the due process. Does that make sense?
Well, you need to ring the court.
That's not stipulated in due process.
Well, I've just liberty of subject 1354.
I've just explained to you.
Explains it.
It doesn't say you have to call the courts.
We'll let the viewer decide. This is the liberty of subject
that's a fair
1354.
point, yeah.
I'm going to put it up for people to look at. You know.
Oh, that's fair.
You know.
Yeah, I completely get the position, but like
Liberty of subject 1354. None shall be condemned without due process of law. Item, that no man of what estate or condition that he be shall be put out of land or tenement, nor taken, nor imprisoned, nor disinherited, nor put to death, without being brought in answer by due process of the law.
So what we've done with the N244 is actually follow the process of getting the judge to see that we're in debate with the receivers. Yeah, so obviously we could have used the EV86, 96 or the 96
I understand that.
should have been stopped.
So from what I understand at this point, the N244 hasn't been in front of the judge, which means the judge hasn't withdrawn that writ. That's the position we're at now. For me, as a police officer, I can't stop that being enforced. Does that make sense? If it is a live writ. Now, I appreciate you're saying wait till it gets to 10, and I can appreciate why they're saying they want to affect it before it gets to 10. I'm not here to make that happen quicker or go slower. We're just here to prevent breach of the peace.
And all we did was we sent a cease and desist. I can show you right here.
My colleagues brought that up, but at the same time, that cease and desist, I don't know how it affects the current state of the court writ, which is actionable. Does that make sense?
It's actionable, and we have to hear from the court.
That's not what an actionable writ says. It doesn't say you have to hear from the court. From what I understand, if it's an actionable writ, it can be action. Now, if they choose to do
but that's an eviction process, and we're saying that with the stay, we want them to confirm that they're honouring the judge, which is holding the N244.
I get that, but
and
the writ, correct me if I'm wrong, but the writ doesn't state they have to do that. Does that make sense?
The writ's out of date.
So it's a higher law because of the judge being of authority of that decision.
We're in darkness now because the window's been smashed and you're having to protect your property.
Well, yeah, we ultimately adopt Castle Doctrine, right? So Castle Doctrine is a very old act. It's ancient law of the land, so possession is 9/10 of the law and the title deed is the other 10th, and we possess both. Obviously, they tried lots of different avenues and methods to attempt entry with fraudulent paperwork and being notified on multiple levels about different CPR rules that they didn't want to even acknowledge, let alone have a conversation about. Different EX96 forms, which is really important when doing an eviction to make sure they have an appointment of assignment, the bailiffs. It's necessary. County court is essential. Even High Court is important as well to have. They can't come in based on that, and they can't even use reasonable force. But today what they did was not just use reasonable force, which technically can't be defined, which is sort of very dangerous because it leaves it open to interpretation of what force means, up to maybe a fatality. Anything's game. So that's what happened.
I do believe that potentially nearly £1,000 worth of damage there, potentially.
Oh, over. I mean, there's smashed pots. There's things are smashed everywhere. But I got a quote for a glazier on the window. It's about £1,000 call out. But we're going B&Q now to sort it out.
But it's fair to say that warrant could need updating. Is what I mean by out of date. It needs updating because since the warrant.
About the laws, couldn't it?
Well,
getting grey areas like this. But
well, while it's on the statute book, if something's gone into court, there's due process still taking place, and that Liberty Subject 1354 highlights that due process is not ended. It's reenacted.
What clarifying is due process. The bailiff should argue due process has taken place. Now there's appeals. That isn't due process. That's something that should have happened earlier. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, I see the law you're stating, but it doesn't state that due process hasn't taken place because the writ is actually. That's where I'm at.
Can I say the sun's behind you? You know his shadow.
Do you see why I still didn't want to stand on that side anymore?
Right. I'll leave you to it anyway.
No worries, thank you. Can I get your name?
Yeah.
I feel like I'll see you around. So, what's your name?
You're going to see me. You're going to knock on my door and arrest me. Is that what you mean?
I mean, what am I going to arrest you for?
I don't know. You tell me. They made it up last. 4 days ago, they settled out of court against the police.
Yeah.
They settled out of court.
I'll
be careful. Be careful.
Okay.
Be careful.
Okay. Can I have something to call out to you as?
BANAMAN.
But what?
BANAMAN.
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 BANAMAN. Okay.
So the sign says, "Sorry, we are closed today. We are fighting crime." Would you believe it?
You said there's a stay of execution, it opens at 9 o'clock and you're going to go and get it. That's why I said I don't understand why you're still here, because surely that is the most important bit of paperwork for the whole day and you're sat there sipping on a coffee.
Are you going to give us the time to go get it?
Yeah, please go and get it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't know when your phone call's been made.
No,
It's
obviously,
now
look, we
49.
appreciate your assertion and telling us the order of operations. We
No, that's
might
nothing to do with
most honourably follow through. If you can allow us the time to go and do that, that can be done by part of our team.
No, I'm saying that should have been done.
Well, it's like
Someone
like
should be
just-
on the way now.
Well, yeah, because as soon as that phone call had been made, and I knew that was. So when did you make the phone call?
If that solves an argument, then
That's quite. Yeah, I was going to say that's the most important bit of paperwork we could have.
Okay, great stuff.
What time did you make the phone call, miss?
About 10 minutes ago.
Oh right. Oh, well, fair.
22.
We're trying to link everything together.
Can I just say, thank you very much. Have you ever seen Watch Out, Beadle's about?
once or twice.
What do you think of Mr. Beadle?
Well, I wouldn't like to speak ill of the dead.
You're not dead, you're Mr. Beadle. Look, Sergeant Beadle.
A different Beadle, yeah.
Oh, a different one.
Yeah.
He looks a bit like you. Got a beard as well.
A little bit, yeah.
What are you waiting for now? Do you mind informing the people watching what you're waiting for? I'm a journalist.
I would decline.
That's okay. Can I just ask you then before I go? What is that badge? I've never seen one like that before.
Face.
So I deal.
Do you know what else is a face?
In a wide variety of different things. I
That
can't
one.
do everything. So
I'm not going to interrupt. Don't worry me.
So, that's what So,
Silence is golden. Oh, I thought you said so. I thought you were thinking.
I'm thinking.
All right.
Okay, is he using the report?
Don't let me interrupt you.
Well, you did, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry.
You put the camera in my face. It kind of.
Oh, can you get tape measure out? Tape measure, please. That's 5 feet. That's not in your face.
BANAMAN.
Did your mother not teach you how to fasten a button?
It's unfastened.
Unfasten his button.
Oh, you got a tie.
Got it on, but couldn't get it off.
Over here, we've got the security. Obviously, on stand down for now, but on standby. Well, you'll be glad to know I'm going to save my battery life now for later. But I do have one question before I turn it off. Are you a betting man?
is it a question you've asked me before?
No. Are you a betting man?
I'm not, no.
Because I was just going to say, what's the odds of you taking this property today?
I'm not going to bet.
I'm not a betting man. It's
what I like to read.
It goes against God's law.
Of course it does.
That tool, right, I'm sure it's not legal.
Are you sure?
How big is that? 3 inch?
Yeah. It's a pair of pliers, mate.
Oh, I thought it was a knife.
Yeah, no. There you go. It's a pair of
Oh,
pliers.
brilliant, yeah. You could pull teeth with that, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Would you like to pull mine?
No, thank you.
What about my nails?
No.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a movie now. First, I'm going to sync my sound. Sound sync.
What's happening?
No, it's not a breach of the peace yet.
Why is it a breach of the peace?
I don't know.
We're just here.
What happened?
Basically, people protecting the property against allegedly fraudulent court documents. So there's been a bit of a kerfuffle earlier, should I say. Don't know what the police are doing here at the moment, but I think they're here to observe for breaches of the peace. And if they see that, if they're impartial, they potentially could arrest the security. Because you're impartial, aren't you? You have to say yes to that one. You're impartial, aren't you? Okay. Anyway, nice to meet you.
Fair enough, mate. Come on.
I'm about to walk through the middle. I've just had an update. Would you like to hear it?
Go for your update.
Well, allegedly, hearsay, the court has accepted some court documents, which means liberty of subject 1354 comes into play now, because due process might have been exhausted when the warrant was issued, but due process has been started again. So that means liberty of subject 1354 is now back in play. Because it's a big game, isn't it? Look it up. Liberty of subject 1354. Hi, guys. Now then, you'll be going home soon. Yeah, straight up. I've just had an update. It could be hearsay. Liberty of subject 1354. Due process is taking place again. So when the warrant was issued originally, it might have been exhausted. But now the court have accepted, paperwork is back in play. Do you have any views on that? What about yourself? Do you have any views on that? No. What about yourself, sir? Do you have any views on that?
What I'm saying to you is that we are entitled to be here. We have a valid High Court writ. We are entitled to execute that writ, and if necessary, use force.
Which you're going to use to exercise assault on me. Can I see the writ?
As I said to you already, we're entitled to use. We're entitled. I'll just pass it to you. We're entitled to use reasonable force. Okay. Now,
you don't need it.
Now,
This is the EX96.
can I just?
This is
The arrangements privately hired for today.
Right.
nothing,
Under
mate. This is
CPR
so that
83, they
really
need a
says you can
signature.
assault me. That's all I care about now.
No one's going
You're
to be doing.
threatening assault.
No one's going to be doing any assaulting, sir. We're going to ask people to
You're going to
move.
ask this, and then we ain't going to move. You're going to go away.
Well, if you don't
and
move,
go back to
then we will use force that's reasonable.
Okay, we've denied you all your rights of implied access.
You don't need it.
So
you don't need implied access.
We've denied you all your rights of implied access.
Right, I've got a hunch you're going to get one attempt at this. Do it lawfully. Yeah, you're going to get one attempt. That's my hunch. Any bets whether you're going to get it today? Are you gambling men?
No.
I say, if you do it right, you'll probably get it. If you do it right.
I'm starving.
I'm hungry as well.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a straight question?
Anyway, I'll leave you two guys to it. Have your fag before you go.
Why can you park on the road like this as well? Block all the...
Under law, he needs an EX96, a notice of appointment.
Excuse me, sir,
Any rights.
can I ask you a question?
This is complete breach of peace. They're about to perform misconduct. The courts have an end to it.
I've answered questions, so I've answered
filed into the county.
Hello. Oh, you just arrived.
I literally just got in.
You look like a shiny brand new police officer. Are you new?
He's the main bank.
EX96.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to, while they're distracted.
I kid you not, with the police at the moment, or they have no clue as well now at the moment. Yeah, so we have to just focus on bailiffs at the moment.
Yeah. Right, so it looks like something's going to happen now. Just before it all starts, I'd like to make a deal with you. I'll stay out of your way if you stay out of mine. Deal? Okay.
By the guy, okay? You can deny it.
Yeah. Can I just say to you, sir? One day you're going to become a police officer, I think, aren't you?
No.
No?
No.
Any reason why not?
I'm happy doing what I'm doing.
Can I give you my... No, I won't give you any advice, but you enjoy the day.
Following statements. Do you know who the superintendent of police
Why are they allowed to do this stuff?
They're coming down, right?
Just very briefly, I do believe you're going to start observing for breaches of the peace. Any advice to the people watching this?
Don't breach peace.
Don't breach the peace.
Thank you.
Then you can security. You come in here and then if there's an argument and then admit that you have no idea what's going on.
Stansfield is
So
dealing
this is between you two. This is a civil matter.
So
No, it's not a civil matter.
US bailiffs are
It's a
on
criminal
notice
matter.
of criminal trespass. And that's the order being put through and we stand. So if you want to break that,
that's up to you, sir.
So we'll be standing. If you want to continue with that and put your gear on, your ability to come and beat us up, you can.
Not so much beating
Well,
anybody up.
so we're going to stand and that's it.
They've been denied their right
Then
of
we'll
appeal.
use reasonable force.
They've been denied
Force
their
that
right
is reasonable.
of appeal.
Not excessive force, but force that
And
is
does that
reasonable.
mean that we can't to protect our volition?
If you wish to protect yourselves, you can, but then my colleagues
You're
will
in
use
contempt
reasonable force
of
to ask you to
criminal
leave
jurisdiction.
and remove you. Which we're entitled to do. Which we're entitled to do, so you know that.
I'm listening
It's
to the
reasonable force. Force that is reasonable. You know that we are entitled to use
So
reasonable
we've
force.
given you the warning of notice.
You've given us plenty of warnings.
Define what reasonable force is.
Force.
It's up to him. It's this gentleman.
Please no.
No, he's
It's up to my colleagues.
I wish I were as big as that. I need some muscles, I think, going forward. Are you fighting crime? Just very quickly, are you the same person I spoke to earlier?
Depends.
Mr. Beadle's about.
That's the one.
Was I speak to you? You look different.
How?
Have you lost your hat?
No,
Did you
no,
not?
in the first place.
Sergeant.
Hello.
We called the courts.
Yeah.
We've got confirmation that it's been
No,
filed.
I'm not getting involved. This is between you two.
So you're going to
I'm
let
here
us battle on the road until they beat us
prevent
to shit?
Make sure there's no peace has been prevented.
We've filed our documents that
Yeah, okay.
is in
This
honour
is a
with the
civil
courts.
matter, and this is what they want to do.
So we have
I'm
to
not going
battle.
to get involved.
So you're going to stand there
It's not about
and
that.
see
Nobody
us
has to
beat
battle
each other
anyone.
up.
No one has to do that at all. I'm not encouraging you to fight
So we're
anyone. I'm
gonna
not
stand.
encouraging them to fight anyone.
So under our volition, we are standing.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've
before.
said that underneath
I'm
the
not
cease and
fully aware
desist.
of it, so.
That no action can be done. So
It's
we've
between you
followed
and them.
the honour.
It's not. It's got
could
nothing
extend
to do with
Right,
me.
I say-
I'm here to make sure that nobody gets injured, nobody gets hurt. That is it. But don't want to listen to that.
I just want to say to you, I actually think you're here as impartial. Don't prove me wrong.
What about this? When you said they're going down to the court to get the emergency.
They've gone down to get
This has
to the
got nothing to
court.
do with me.
But that's what you
If they decide to do this, this is what they're going to do. We're here to make sure that nobody gets hurt, nobody gets injured.
Whoa! Oh, wow. They're coming with a cannon! Oh, it's a battering ram, sorry. All right. Hello, sir. Right, so it looks like they're going to use force now.
My name is Mr. Naylor.
Mr. Naylor?
Mr. Naylor.
You're not Eric Rowe?
The police need to witness this. Police! Police! Come and witness this, please! Sergeant!
So I'm an agent. He's Mr. Rose, the enforcement officer, High Court enforcement officer.
Hold on. You're not even the guy.
I'm entitled to execute eviction.
No, it's Eric Rowe.
No.
Where does it say on his behalf? No.
On behalf.
Police!
No.
Be present to witness misconduct.
You're recording it. You're recording it. Okay, so I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Okay.
He's not even the bailiff. He's not Eric Rowe. He's not Eric Rowe. He's not the bailiff.
With someone who's going to batter the door.
He just said he's somebody else.
You need to investigate this now. It's not the person on the allegedly the writ.
Is he working for the bailiff?
I have no idea.
Okay.
You need to listen to the
They've
people.
obviously employed him, haven't they?
I don't know.
It's not someone off the
Well,
street.
you need to stop making assumptions and ask questions.
It's not what?
It's not Eric. He's not the guy.
It's not the person named.
Doesn't need to be that person. If it's someone that works for the company,
Okay, can you educate me? Sorry, what was that?
it doesn't have to be that same person.
Does it not?
If they're employed by the company, then obviously they're acting on their behalf,
So the
aren't they?
person who's named on it doesn't have to be here. Is that
doesn't
what
have to be
you're
it,
saying?
no.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, thank you. Is that true? Can you confer?
correct, yeah.
Concur.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. This is interesting.
They're breaking the law. They've gone, look, their document is wrong.
Who's
I
that?
can't stand it, please. You tell them.
Guys, he's not even got the jurisdiction to do this. He has no authority.
What you actually advise me might be advisable to advise people of what you've advised me. That's all I can say.
Where's the sergeant then? Who's sergeant?
What's that?
Well, this gentleman explained to me about the people don't need to be named on the writ.
Unfortunately, the main person doesn't want to listen to it. So, would you like to move people out of the way so that people don't get hurt?
We're standing. It's
I know.
our volition
But
to stand.
I'm just saying, would you like to do that?
What, so that they can stop them from beating us up. Is that what you're saying?
Beat you up. I don't know where you're getting this from.
Because we're standing as a chain, and that's it. We should not be moved. They should not be moved out the way.
Yeah, but I'm asking. I'm not telling you. I'm saying, do you want to ask people to move out of the way?
They're not gonna. They don't care. You can beat them black and thin, black and blue.
Just for your advice, they've advised me something. This gentleman here said he doesn't need to be on the writ. This is what he said.
So acting on behalf of the bailiff's company or the bailiff.
So you mean the guy with all the weapons?
So the guy
doesn't have to be on the writ.
Yeah, doesn't need to be on that writ.
He called himself
He's employed
Mr.
on behalf
Naylor,
of
not
the
Eric
company.
Rowe.
Mr. Naylor.
Yeah, that's what he called himself. He introduced himself as Naylor. That's why we want the police to witness
Anyway,
this.
go over here. That's a big key they fetched.
I'm going to ask you one final time, third and final time, to leave the property peacefully now.
I'm not leaving. As an enforcement agent, I'm entitled to gain peaceful entry to the premises.
Like police officers, this is aggravating.
Are
You must
Are you going to allow me entry into these premises peacefully?
Are you going to leave peacefully? Are you going to leave peacefully? I'm going to ask a third and final time. Are you going to leave peacefully?
Right, so where's my man?
Where's my man? You see, you ain't got one, have you?
Right, so just allow me entry around. Okay. Right.
Look at this. Look at the state of this. Look at this.
Right, do you want to come?
Look at him laughing. Why is he laughing? It's laughing. Wait, stop laughing. Stop laughing. No, it's done.
Very good.
Oh, it's a fact. Right, so this gentleman is going to gain peaceful entry into the premises.
How are we going to do that? There's people in the way.
Damage property, that's not peaceful. And the in your hand is not peaceful. That's not peaceful. Don't touch no.
This gentleman is going to gain peaceful
entry.
You're going to peacefully leave the premises. This is 9/10 of the law. We adopt the council doctrine.
If you refuse,
leave the property. Leave. I'm talking to you. Leave the property now.
If you don't allow peaceful entry to this gentleman, if you don't allow us
What's his
peaceful
name?
entry,
What's his name? What's that gentleman?
if you don't allow us peaceful entry, we're going to be gaining
Actually, policemen, they must all identify themselves first before they're allowed to do anything. Now, can we get this identification? They won't give us identification.
Just to let all of you know, malfeasance in public. Can you hear us? Should be inflamed. This is the law. This is the law.
Shame on you.
Oh, it's not the law.
Please step aside. No, we're not stepping anywhere. Please step aside. Need to allow this. Yeah, go round there. You go round there as well. You need to allow us peaceful entry. Right. So I'm going to ask you for the last time. Okay, are you going to allow us peaceful entry or not? I'm talking to you guys. Are you going to allow us peaceful entry or not?
No. We stand on volition and command. We don't hear you. We don't see you as corporation. We stand under common law link.
So what's happened? Whoa, the back one on.
They're attacking you!
Fucking hell, look what the police do! That's not peaceful entry. The police need to stop in. 2263, you need to do your job. Quickly!
Get out! Get the fuck away! Come on! Let go of him now! Let go! Fucking serious! Get him off! Help him up! Wait, no! Everyone! Stop everything! Hey, you don't know what the podcast is on with. That's all six! That's all peaceful entry, huh? Just annoy him! Stay on the other door! Stay on the other door! Someone's got glass in their fucking eye. That's peaceful, yeah?
Of course I have, yeah. You can't smash windows without hurting people.
What's the police doing? Look, you're helping them!
Nobody's getting hurt, as you said. We're not going to hurt anybody with our bobby knocker and the broken glass.
No. You don't give
These bullies here are trying to break into the yoga centre because there's no outstanding. These bully guys, they're really going to get in there.
my hat.
Yeah, that weapon That weapon that is orders is not going to hurt anybody.
Yeah, they're trying to break in because they're
Not because they're police.
So I've just witnessed a breach of the peace. I've informed one of the officers, and the officers appear to be on scene.
Back. The people down there with their hands on the back of the nothing's happening.
This needs to be investigated now.
Yeah. Injury.
This is now a risk. This is now a risk. You need to get back. This is
I've just seen blood. You might need an ambulance. I've just seen blood. You might need an ambulance.
Do you have your phone on you then, sir?
Use your radio, you muppet.
You're going to cut your shiny head.
You're not right. You go in because that's not the law. You are not going in.
A dynamic risk assessment! That glass is dangerous! You're all in danger now! A dynamic risk assessment!
Tell the police that.
Stop!
It's dangerous.
Cease and desist! A man's just hit his head on the glass!
Don't tell me.
I've done a dynamic risk assessment. A man's hitting the glass. There are people getting injured now with broken glass. AS2263. You are not doing your job. I've seen glass hitting people. Are you not concerned about health and safety? Health and safety?
You're not helping.
You're not helping anything. You're just stood there.
Have a conversation about it, right?
Health and safety. I'm reporting to you. There's blood. I've seen blood. And they just stand here.
When you stop, it's something bleeding, okay?
Call an ambulance, please. Just someone's bleeding. Just call an ambulance. Thank you.
What are they doing?
Standing there watching me! Now! Why are you doing the wrong thing?
Keep watching. That's it.
Call an ambulance. You need an ambulance. There's blood. Call an ambulance. Thank you. You need to stop this now. You need to stop this. You need to stop
Alex.
That glass is dangerous.
Right, to enforce to get inside. The legal entry are pressing the police. Right, the bailiff. It's not even the right place.
That glass is going to fall. It's going to fall. It's going to fall. And you've been warned. AS2263. The glass is going to fall.
Get everyone out.
Right. In the interest of health and safety, the police are not doing the job. Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015, Section 26. A criminal not doing his job. Health and safety issue there. The glass is about to fall. Whoa. See, I told the coppers that. Health and safety issue here now. They can't come in now. The police have been involved.
No, in your face. Here, look at it. Here, look. Fucking hell, they're dirty. No, they're not doing no work.
No pride. No fucking pride. You know. I don't need that.
Ash. Tell us what over there by the fence. Yeah.
The police could have done a lot more today, but they'd failed to act. So what's happening now is the police are talking to Mr. Naylor. It looks like Mr. Naylor's been injured. I think Mr. Naylor needs a plaster. The ambulance is on its way. I've never witnessed anything so pathetic, I'll be honest with you, because that was a health and safety issue right from the start. The glass could have fallen at any time from the top, and many people got injured, even including Mr. Naylor.
So I ring Tim.
So the police are assisting now. That was a bit late. They could have prevented it the moment the glass went through, when it was a health and safety issue.
Oh no, I have to.
You'll be both sides.
Hello there. Now that you took your glasses off and lost your battering ram, I do believe you've got it. Yeah. Can I just ask you, was that legal, what you did? I think it might have been, but I could be wrong. But I do believe it should have been stopped a lot earlier by the police, because of the health and safety issue there. The glass could have fallen on anybody's head. And I did a dynamic risk assessment. I told the police ignored me, and under the Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015, Section 26, they have failed the people. Do you have anything to say about that? Thank you. You don't need an ambulance, do you? All right. Well then, it's a shame it come to that. I thought the police could have helped a bit earlier. But that's just my opinion. I did a dynamic risk assessment, you see, and when the glass was falling on people's heads, it was time to stand down. Are you all right? Okay. Well, I don't know what's going to happen now, whether they can justify anything. He's obviously got blood on his hands, as they say.
This document was never sent to any of us. This was 2.5 weeks ago. Yeah.
He's also in the wrong jurisdiction. That wasn't the court that we had to file into, remember?
Well, this is now the High Bench, the High Court Justice.
Case law, R versus Al.
They're holding this document.
1982.
So
police officer
the bailiff,
must arrest the
main
bailiff
bailiff.
for breach of the peace.
He's talking about the arrest that we'd like
fear
to
of violence or harm,
pause.
and if that offence is made in the presence of that officer. Well, what do you think that was? And that's been filmed.
So
you've got to do your job, guys.
How about the flying chair?
So the main bailiff has come with this document. Now, in all correctness, we should have had copies of this. So
this is an argument between you and them.
I know, but this is a fraudulent document because this is what they're holding and saying that this is their evidence and proof.
Then take that to the court and argue it with the court.
But we've got people
Okay,
in the
then
court to
you
do
don't
that.
need to show me
So
that
they've
now.
jumped the gun. Yeah, they've jumped the gun because
they've gone to court as well.
No, we've gone to court.
So you've gone to court. They've gone to court.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let the courts decide.
It's chaos, man. Everyone.
Do you have like an idea of like how?
you guys have you ever heard of uttering?
To get violent in there again, or like do you have like an idea of like how to do it?
Well, that's what we're trying to resolve at the moment.
Fraud is an either way offence, sir. Fraud is an either way offence.
Until we come up
and
with
I know
a
you're
solution.
listening.
Okay, that's not going to happen.
Fraud is an either way offence.
At the moment, it's not our decision. It's a decision between these guys and these guys.
Fraud is an either way
Of how
offence.
this goes, of how it plans out. All right,
Fraud
put it in layman's terms.
is an either way offence.
We're not here to take sides.
Fraud is an either way offence.
makes sense.
Yeah, I understand that.
Allegations of fraud have been made. It's an either way offence.
Basically, where we are now is we have notices of default affidavits that have been sealed by the Crown Court of Canterbury. So we're not only switching the game up, we're applying a common law lien onto the people that are essentially committing fraud at a higher level.
So the ambulance goes right past. Right. I just need to take numbers now for reference. Could you just tell
earlier, but go on.
All right. Could you just tell me what it is?
3059 AS.
Thank you. Could you just tell me your number, please?
1588 AS.
Thank you. Just tell me your number, please.
2627 Alpha Sierra.
Thank you. Could you just tell me your number, please?
Sorry?
Just after your number.
2368.
2368. Have you got a number missing?
There's one there.
No, the other side. I think you got one missing.
Oh, it must have fell off during tussle.
Okay. I think I've got yours, haven't I?
Yeah, you got mine.
All right. Just take your number, sir, for reference. What's that say?
2959.
Thank you. Just take your number for reference.
Yeah, go for it.
What is it?
2169 AS.
Thank you. And yourself, sir.
2481.
Thank you.
Yeah, so she's been told. Well, yeah, I know she's circulating.
I just took everybody's number by yours. What's your number, please? 2688. Yeah, thank you for looking after that gentleman, mopping up his blood.
Trying to look after everyone.
Mr. Naylor now has blood on his hands as well. He's got like a big bandage, like he's a boxer.
He has, yeah.
Is he okay?
He asked for one. I didn't see. He asked for a bandage, so I gave him one. So.
All right, okay.
I think everyone's got a few little bits. I've got a few on my arms.
All right, well, thank you.
So this is saying that this has been witnessed by an MP, Alex Clerk, witnessed document, and this isn't with that court. So we're seeing this as a fraudulent document. We do not believe this is correct. They're saying they believe it's correct. We do not believe. So we're standing with a disbelief of the fraudulent document we have never seen.
It's been served already, hasn't it?
This is new. This is 2 weeks ago. We have never seen this document.
Okay.
And he's saying that this is their evidence. This holds their authority to supersede anything we're doing. When we went to the High Court's justice, it's never existed before. And we're saying Alex Shulk would never have time to do this. And it's also, we would like to see...
You don't know that, sir, let's be honest.
Pardon?
I said you don't know that, let's be honest.
Well, there's no signature of that. What's he done? Gone into the court, which it doesn't exist at the court because they're saying it's not theirs. And we're saying we can print that off. We can print a copy of that off because we're a SRA, authorised. We're authorised with the SRA. We have our SRA number. So they're giving that as a belief to all of the bailiffs to take procedure, and we're standing there. I'm just talking to the sergeant.
I want to leave. Just take your numbers for Acting Sergeant 285.
Not acting.
One of your officers around there has got a number missing. What's yours? Sorry. Acting Sergeant is covered up. Sorry, I can't read it. What's that say? Sorry.
It's not covered up too, sir.
What's it? Thank you. I do think you could have acted just a little bit earlier for health and safety reasons, but thank you for anyway. Sorry about that. It's just in the interest of justice and hygiene, welfare. No, anyway, I'll leave it to it. Yeah. Right. So what's happening here? They're all making notes now about the situation. Obviously, I don't know how many of these officers were here, but when they're making notes together like that, it's almost like, are they trying to get the story straight? But I don't think these entries are going to be legal in any court of law, because they're writing their reports together. In the interest of transparency, when you're making your write-up about the incident, are you supposed to do it independently to each other or as a group? Because I've noticed you've all been writing notes in your notebooks. Yeah, I'll tell you what it looks like on camera to the public. It looks like you're all trying to get your story straight. Now, if I'm wrong, please educate me.
You're very wrong, sir.
All I've wrote down is the actual CAD number
I
for
was
this
going to say, it's all we've written down, the address of where we're at, that's it.
No, you're very wrong, sir, what you've just said there, so, yeah.
Well, could I have the CAD number? Because I've got some evidence that could be useful in any criminal allegations.
Sure.
No, 1283 of the 1st of July.
And the reason why I ask for that is because, as a reporter, I try to be impartial, but when I see things unlawful, I have to act as a human. And I was quite shocked that the police didn't interact earlier to stop the potential blood. I'll take that up with you, Sergeant, but don't worry about it. Look after yourself.
What do you need blood there?
Dave. Dave.
Of the main person who is not authorising this correctly. Yeah, so there's meant to be the officer that's on this court order. Sergeant, yeah, the sergeant's here.
You're lucky you got away with that one.
Which is what is going on here today. This is not a civil matter, it's criminal contempt of the precedents of the Criminal Appeals Court. Okay. Your notice.
So under SRA, we have a solicitor's number, and I'm trying to represent that. So my command, who is in charge of that, can give you.
You keep going on about command. I don't quite understand your command.
Okay, there's two parts to that.
Well, you're a
I have
colonel
a
now.
rank. I have a rank.
And
but
the armed forces.
I'm also auxiliary postmaster general. So he is my commander. You can't take that away from me. If I say that, that's my volition. Yeah, he is in charge of our department. Yeah. So obviously there's mix-up for a office of the Universal Postal Union, which is a special agency underneath United Nations. So for law, for postal law, for laws of proceedings between different posts, like a court is a post. So we follow law. So it's by and by if you want to follow that as a diversion of communication. We're just
So
trying
you're
to
hired
suggest.
to be here?
Yes, correct. What? Because I'm hired to be here. I'm not interested. What's that mean? He's walked away.
Maybe someone else hired him.
Said you're paid. You're
fucking phones.
You were.
I noticed when you asked him the question, are you hired? And he said, yeah, you walked off. Is there a reason for that?
Because he has no vested interest in this property.
Oh, right, okay.
This is my family.
Do you not have an interest in public safety?
Steamrolling anything I'm saying. Good question.
I was there a little while ago, actually. Trying to hide it.
It's not like that.
Public safety is one of your policing matters, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, thank you for that. Well, why didn't you act earlier then, like I told you to? I was there to help you.
Southwark News has just done a little article about standoff outside Rotherhithe Cafe as bailiffs smash windows to force entry. So that's a bit of a battle, obviously, that we experienced today with the help of many wonderful souls who kind of came together in solidarity, really, over this matter to stop an unlawful eviction. And we're very grateful. And there's lots of things happening like this all over the country. So we're not alone.
Stood there behind a barricaded door. The things you have to do to protect yourself from, I would say, from the police, because the police never acted quickly today to stop this. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
So just on reflection then of today, you've obviously been to court. Good news for you for now.
Well, simultaneously, while we were defending our fort, two individuals were at the courts, sitting in the Royal Justice Courts and attempting to get a stay of execution and the eviction order set aside, which they were successful in doing so. So,
Have you any advice for people watching this finally?
the advice would be, remember who you are, remember why you came here. I guess, yeah, we all play our position. So everyone's got a role to play, and whatever that may be, it's useful to the whole cause. So whatever freedom means to you.
Is there anything else you want to add? Yeah, for that.
Stay strong, and remember who you are, and love.
They need to take it.
Just any final words before you leave? Do you think at any time in the future, just to help you, because I think a lot of people have a wrong impression of you, just set the record straight for people who misunderstand you? How about a personal interview at some point? Just to set the record straight for people who've got the wrong idea about you. I think you're a nice guy, really.
Oh, no, I appreciate that.
But I'm struggling. That's a meaty piece of kit. I believe somebody took that off you. I'm just here documenting the day. Obviously the day went the way it did. Do you have any final words for the people watching this just before you leave? Oh, you got a still saw. Can I have a go? See you next one. Hiya. I'm looking for the tube station. Is it? This isn't it, is it?
Tube station.
Yeah, tube station. I can't. Sorry? I can't hear. I'm a tourist. I'm filming my journey around London. Sorry? What? I can't hear.
Turn off your camera.
Oh, okay. I'll leave you to it then. I thought this was the tube station. Is it not tube station? All right, it's not the tube station. I thought it was. Sorry. What is this place then? Oh, hey, all right. You never guess what I just did. I'm a tourist. I went in there. I thought it was a tube station because you got them little things. You know what I mean? I couldn't get in because I was told it wasn't the tube station. It's not the tube station, is it? Anyway, have a nice day.
You too.
I think you're a nice man. And I love your Smurf gloves. Blue. Smurf. Are you a Smurf? I'm a Smurf.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Take care.
Don't worry, brother.
Can I fist you?
Have a nice one, huh?
Is that okay to fist you?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Don't worry. We work each other.
Just before I leave, you need that tattoo on your arm. Popeye. What I notice about the stamp, whether it's legitimate or not, I don't know. High Court of Justice, Queen's Bench Action Department, something like that. Is that even legal to use when the Queen is dead? King Charles, is he a queen? Well, who knows? Because here it says, in the High Courts of Justice, King's Bench Division, and the High Court claim number, well, that's blank. The County Court claim number is Kilo 04 Echo Charlie 282. Timothy Rolston, Gilbert Perkins, TA, fixed charge receiver. John David Barber, TA, fixed charge receiver. They're the claimants. Defendants, Christopher Henry Hawkins, Jane Ann Wells. Well. To Eric Rowe, an enforcement officer authorised to enforce writs of possession and control issued from the High Court. There's no High Court number, just a County Court claim. In this claim, a judgment or order was made that the defendants give the claimants possession of the land detailed in Schedule 1 and pay the sum set out in Schedule 2. Schedule 1. The date of judgment or order, 6th of the 12th, 2023, details of land, the Lodge, Lower Road, London, SE 16 2UB. Schedule 2. 1. Amounts of sums. 2. Fixed cost of judgment or order. 3. Interest. 4. Less credits or payments received. Subtotal 0. Fixed costs on issue, total 0. You are now commanded to enter the land detailed in the Schedule 1. Who's commanded? To Eric A. Rowe. Eric A. Rowe, I believe, was not here, but someone else claiming to act either on behalf of Eric A. Rowe or someone else. I don't know what you make of this, but someone's a queen, and I don't think it's King Charles, and that stamp looks like it's been printed or photocopied. And that's the result of that document. Is that criminal damage? Well, it'll all come out in the wash. Let this video be the last video we see with violence. Let all fellow man put down their grievances. Be wise, for it is not your fellow man that is the problem. It is the system of things we are forced to endure by evildoers. Evildoers that know no empathy for others, only their bloodline. It is a small minority upon this world that make the vast majority suffer. Let them be the ones who now suffer like the people they instill fear, harm and loss upon. This video could bring people out of the evil clutches of Satan and into the shining light of honour, respect and love for your fellow man. If you have not already seen the light, let now be the time to see it, for the darkness will be removed by the light. You know what's right in your heart, so let your heart guide your mind, and your mind will guide your action, like many others did and continue to do before you.